can't wait till the week of Thanksgiving this year. The majority of them you should probably already have right now, or should have already had. If you don't, I would suggest seeing if you can go ahead and get as many of them as possible right now. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Get Ready, Stay Ready, because we all need to get ready to stay ready. And I always find it weird how people say, well, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. True. But remember, you have to get ready in order to stay ready, so you won't have to get ready. Funny. There are a lot of, obviously there are a lot of people predicting food shortages in 2023. Definitely toward, the end of this year. Some people even say during the holiday season. And I always say, hey, if you're ready, if you stay prayerful and you're ready, you don't have nothing to worry about. I do believe that. But I was looking at this article here. It's on, looks like at yournews.com. I'll leave the link in the description here to this article. And it's, it says here, Wimpkin, free speech, social media. And it says 9 food shortages coming this fall and winter. And this article was put out a couple weeks ago, but I don't know if many people saw it. Steve Poplar of the YouTube channel Poplar Preparedness has created yet another video in which he discusses global food shortages that can be found here at this link that they give. And in it, he discusses what items will be in short supply this fall and winter. This can inform buyers when stocking up on needed goods and preparing. If you're short on time and can't watch the video, I've watched it for you, and here are the 9 items he discusses. Number 1 is rice. And rice is short everywhere right now, but it's also one of the main essentials when prepping. If you're a true prepper, you have pounds and pounds of rice somewhere, whether it's in jars, Mylar bags, vacuum sealed, whatever. Buckets, whatever. We have rice somewhere, plenty of it. But yet there's a shortage. So for those out there who don't have rice, or who's looking to maybe start prepping, or maybe they stopped prepping and need to restart, definitely get rice, because it's also one of the easiest things, or the easiest foods to prepare in an emergency situation. Really, all you need to prepare it is what? Hot water. And regardless if you have electricity or not, if you know what you're doing, if you have any type of common sense, you know how to heat water. So definitely make sure you get rice. Number 2 on the list, wheat and flour. Flour, wheat, once again, especially flour. It's one of those things we should have in stock right now. Plenty of it, well stored. Like I said, whether it's in jars or some kind of containers or Mylar bags, vacuum sealed, whatever it may be, we should have plenty of it. Number 3 is potatoes. Most people don't think of potatoes. I generally don't think of them. Maybe it's because I'm not confident in my ability to adequately store potatoes. Is this something that you dice them up, chop them up, put them in Mylar bags? Do we put them in jars? As far as like canning, I don't know how you all store your potatoes. Let me know. Give me some ideas on that, because that's just something that I've never really thought about. Now I know people have the instant potatoes or the instant mashed potatoes and things like that. Yeah, I know most people have those who are really trying to prepare for emergency situations. But other than that, I never really thought about potatoes. Number 4, sugar. Sugar is something that physically is not always the best thing for us, but we do need it in certain amounts. We do need it. Definitely make sure you have that. Once again, it's something that most true preppers probably already have, whether it's in jars, Mylar bags. However, I mean, I know people who have buckets of sugar. Make sure we get plenty of that. Onions. Onions is actually healthy for you. Onions are actually healthy for you. But also, they can be used with certain meals. You know, they could be used as a seasoning or a flavoring with certain meals. Think about this. If you're in a situation where, you know, in an emergency situation, you know, you don't have access to food. Maybe some of the people in Florida right now, or, you know, South Carolina, North Carolina, in those areas right now, Georgia, that maybe had a taste of the hurricane, especially Florida though. Only food you have access to is rice and, let's say, potatoes. I've literally made meals with rice and potatoes before, but included onions, like diced up or sliced onions. I know that there, if I'm not mistaken, I know that there are some medicinal uses for onions too. Number 6, corn. Corn is one of my favorite vegetables, one of my favorite foods. And of course, there's a shortage worldwide on corn right now. I know it's an area that I used to drive by, and it was some cornfields. And believe it or not, it's like they did away with all the acres and acres of cornfields. I guess some company bought it out, and now they're building homes out there. So I guess you can kind of see what's of importance in most people's minds. Not really food, but homes, selling more homes, building more homes. And every time we pass by now, it's like, man, all those fields used to be full of corn. Now it's just flat land and dirt. You see where they're out there basically beginning to construct homes out there. But corn, I mean, many foods for that. Number 7 is chicken and turkey. Now, you know that one hits home, especially around the holidays, especially for those who celebrate Thanksgiving, but also healthy eaters. Because people who eat healthy, they don't really take in much pork or beef, but they would definitely do chicken and turkey, and maybe even throw some fish in. But chicken is one of those things that it always seems to be short. I mean, whether you cook it at home or you going out to wing restaurants or whatever, or fast food places, you'll see the signs in some places saying, hey, you know, due to supply chain issues or whatever, you know, we're limited on chicken or limited on turkey or whatever. You see those somewhere. You see those signs in different places you go. But that's why I always advise, for those who celebrate Thanksgiving, get your turkey earlier than what you normally do. Like most people I know anyway, would usually wait till the week of Thanksgiving to go and buy their Thanksgiving supplies for food. You can't wait till the week of Thanksgiving this year. The majority of them you should probably already have right now, or should have already had. If you don't, I would suggest seeing if you can go ahead and get as many of them as possible right now. Me personally, that's just my opinion. And of course, turkey. I'm anxious to see how many turkeys are going to be available this year. Even last year, when people were talking about food shortages, yes, it was short, but I did see plenty of turkeys. I'm anxious to see how many turkeys are going to be in stock at grocery stores this year. See if there's going to be a difference from last year, 2021, and the previous year, 2020, and 2019, actually, to see if there's going to be a big difference. But definitely make sure you go out and get it. And then, of course, beef is number 8. Of course, with there being issues earlier this year, you know, with livestock being destroyed in one way, shape, or form, however you believe they got destroyed, the point is they were destroyed. whether it's by extreme heat, temperatures, or some other means, they've been destroyed. So obviously we saw that shortage coming. Make sure that, and of course you see the price in the store right now rising on beef in certain areas. You know, most of the time you get like, I think it's like a 5 pound, I think it comes in a roll, 5 pound roll of beef. Like 15, 16 bucks. Used to be like, I know you used to get it for like 12 bucks. Now it's like 15, 16 bucks. Some places $20, $22 for that 5 pound roll of beef. Some places maybe even more. But you see the places that do have beef, the price is going up on it. But make sure you get that, because there's so many meals you can prepare with beef. And also beef is one of those things too that if you find yourself without electricity, well, it's easy to prepare on a grill or on an open fire. So remember that. And tomatoes. Now, obviously, if there's a tomato shortage, you know, there's going to be a shortage in tomato sauce or spaghetti sauces or ketchup for that matter. So make sure you get plenty of those. I know people who've canned potatoes, or people who are great at canning. They know how to store potatoes. Me personally, I'm not one of those guys. Like I said, I've never been great at canning, but I do know people who are great, so I'll have to rely on them, which is what I always advise everyone. Remember, if you're watching this video, you know, I do believe to overcome a lot of these things, you know, we're gonna have to stand together as a community. So get to know those people around you and find different people in your area who are good at certain things. Find different people in your area who may have an abundance of one thing, but a lack maybe of this. But the one thing that they're short of or lacking, you may have an abundance of. So we have to learn to come together and take care of that. And yeah, just be ready to, if something does, as they say, pop off with the food shortages, we're ready for it. Most people, most experts say that the shortages we haven't really even seen yet. We're not going to really see until maybe like 6 months from now. And what's this, October? So we're talking maybe like March or April before we would really maybe start feeling the effects of any shortages. But as I say, if you've been paying attention and preparing, you're ready for it. Or you as ready, you know, you're about as ready as you possibly can be for it. So make sure you continue to prep. Buy what you can. Don't forget about the people who are near you who may not be able to buy as much food. Like if you're doing well, you know, with food right now, as far as having backup, reach out to someone in your area. You know, don't go out there saying, hey, I'm a prepper and, you know, I'm prepared for every emergency situation possible, because we don't know if we're prepared for every situation, because we have not faced every situation. But reach out to those people and just kind of say, hey, you know, give them the idea of, you know, maybe getting an extra can or two of canned vegetables or canned fruit, or maybe getting an extra bag or two of dry rice or dry beans, because dry rice and dry beans are the two items that can go a very long way in emergency situations, a very long way. You know, I remember growing up as a kid, you know, we were facing financial hardship, and the one thing we would always have plenty of is rice and beans, and it helped out, and it's filling. Like, it's not like eating fast food and then, you know, 2 hours later you're hungry again. Beans and rice, you know, it will fill you up. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about the video. This video is also sponsored by TyradeTV.com. Go on there, purchase a, you know, t-shirt, help support the channel. And as always, get ready, stay ready. God bless.